So you want to improve the way you speak and overall present yourself. Today, I'm going to show you how I went from this.
Hello and welcome to the Warrior King YouTube channel and podcast. My name is Michael Riggs.
To this. Hello and welcome to the Warrior Kings podcast. I'm your host, Michael Riggs. Stick around. My name is Michael Riggs. I'm a full-time men's self-improvement coach, author, artist, and entrepreneur, husband, and father of 5. And I teach men all over the world how to live fully optimized, fulfilled lives. So if that's something you're into, if you want to improve every aspect of your life, subscribe to this channel. Have you ever heard yourself speak on a recording and you say to yourself, that is not what I sound like? Maybe you were recording a voice message on your phone, your voicemail, or one of your friends took a video and played it back for you. Or maybe you even want to go into content creation and build your personal brand. And the first video you made, you couldn't stand the way you presented yourself in front of a camera. I think everyone reaches a point in their life where they wish that they could improve the way that they speak and the way they present themselves. This is critically important in leadership, in the workplace, and even in our personal relationships. And before I get into the number one secret of how I leveled up the way that I speak, there are a couple other things to touch on. Number one, the way that you speak or the way that you present yourself is in direct correlation to how much you value yourself. If you're self-conscious or shy, or if you think you have social anxiety, you're gonna be awkward in the way that you present yourself and in the way that you speak. If you think poorly of yourself or you think everybody is better than you, this is gonna come off in the way that you speak as well. Imagine a first impression meeting a very powerful person. If you thought they were better than you and if you didn't have value for yourself, that first impression would go terribly. Whereas if you had value for yourself and if you felt secure and confident in yourself, that first impression would go much better. There are many ways to begin valuing yourself more, and we talk a lot about them on the Warrior Kings podcast. But in order to begin speaking better and presenting yourself better to the world, you must begin valuing yourself and practicing self-love. Number two, the way that you speak and the way you present yourself is in direct correlation to how well you take care of yourself. And you might say, Michael, you haven't said one thing about how to speak yet. And yes, I have. It's like the Karate Kid. I'm Mr. Miyagi-ing you. Pay attention. Do you exercise and eat right? Do you groom yourself? Do you take care of your clothes? Do you take care of your environment, like keeping your room clean or making your bed in the morning? Do you pray and meditate? Self-care on the outside elevates how we feel on the inside. And this goes back to valuing yourself. You see, self-care builds confidence. If you feel like crap on the inside and you look like crap on the outside, how are you gonna feel when you open your mouth to speak? If you want to speak better and present yourself better to the world, you must practice self-care in every aspect of your life. And before my number one secret on how to improve the way you speak, listen more than you speak. I have a few videos and podcast episodes about the trait of the wise man and how listening more than you speak commands more respect than being a boastful loudmouth. So if that's something you struggle with, I encourage you to check those out. But listening more than you speak provides you the opportunity to learn from others without the need to be right. And it allows you the opportunity to respond more effectively. If you're not listening, you're not learning. And if you're not learning, you will never be the wise man. And now, my number one secret to improving the way that you speak and present yourself to the world, and how I personally leveled up the way that I speak in order to reach men all over the world and inspire them to live fully optimized, leveled up lives, and how I now have thousands of podcast listeners worldwide, and how I am able to communicate information to them more effectively, and also why so many of them convert into customers for my book, Warrior King. Here it is. Talk in front of a camera as much as you can and play it back and watch it. This sounds way too simple, but hear me out. And I'm going to talk about myself here for a minute. About a year ago, I didn't have a podcast. I was an author mainly, and I wanted to reach men and inspire them in that way. Then I felt called to create a podcast that would expand on my book, Warrior King, which led me to create the Warrior Kings podcast. And what's kind of funny is at the time, I thought my videos were very professional. I thought the way that I spoke was very professional. Honestly, I didn't think I had anything to improve. But something interesting happened over the course of the next year. When I was watching my own videos and listening to my own episodes, subconsciously I was making small improvements all along the way and getting better every time I pushed record on the podcast setup. And it wasn't even until just recently that I realized this. I got a notification from YouTube that it had been about a year since I had published my YouTube channel. And so I went back to watch some of my old videos to reflect on how far I've come. And I couldn't believe what I saw. Here's a clip from one of those first videos. Roll it.
I want you to transcend the checklist and become everything that you were ever meant to be. Find the purpose of your life and pursue it relentlessly to become the best version of yourself possible for yourself, for your wife, for your family, for everyone around you, the betterment of everyone around you, and most importantly, for yourself.
Almost completely void of personality, lacking in confidence, almost sort of timid and shy. And there I was, ready to teach men all over the world how to be strong men and live fully optimized lives. Though I had all the information in my head, I wasn't portraying it properly on the outside. But like I said, I was entirely unaware of this. But the subconscious mind is a super powerful thing. I adjusted the way that I spoke and presented myself naturally just from observing myself. Now, this is a clip from one of my most recent episodes for comparison.
Get ripped and fit and healthy and eat right. Learn that language, acquire that skill. Chase that dream, start that business. Love that woman, be a good dad, be a good husband. Be an honorable man, turn your life around. Vanquish that addiction. Stop putting it off until tomorrow. Be the person that when you look in the mirror, you say, F yeah, good for me. Praise God, man. And when you do, when you really do it, when you really turn it all around, when you really correct your path and you really get started being everything that you know that you can be, everything that you should be, everything that you were meant to be, everything that you've always known deep down that you deserved, come back here and let me know. And I will say to you, I know, I believed in you the whole time.
See the difference? And in another year's time, I could sound even more professional than I do now. I feel like I'm just getting started. So I highly encourage you, press record and then watch yourself. Listen to the way you speak, observe the way that you carry yourself. Remember, if you're recording a video with the intention of putting it on the internet for anyone to see, that's what you think your best self looks and sounds like. You're gonna be on your best behavior in that video, right? This is directly connected to how you present yourself to others in your everyday life and in every aspect of your life. Because there too, you want to present yourself in the best way. And if you aren't happy with what you see, make small adjustments along the way. A little bit better every single time. If you want to continue on this journey of confidence, valuing yourself, and leveling up every aspect of your life, click this video popping up on the screen right now. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.